Kid course. Today you will learn how to do hour of code. So first click on hour of the code or I'll have the description to the activity we're doing in the link below. So click on make a Flappy Bird game and then click start. Now we're going to watch this video.
Hey everyone! One of the most exciting things about computer science is that a computer program can be interactive. Anytime someone clicks, taps, or types on a computer or phone, that generates an event. And there's some code that decides what to do when an event occurs. For example, you could have an event handler that says, when the mouse is clicked, play a sound. Let's try an activity to see how it works. Have you ever heard of the game Flappy Bird? By using event handlers, you can learn how to program your very own custom version of Flappy Bird. The code you'll write involves dragging and dropping blocks that represent commands for the computer. Drag and drop programming is the easiest way to learn. It's even how university students start learning to code. But under the hood, each of these blocks is represented by real code. If you take a look at the workspace, there are some green blocks that are filled in for you. These are event handlers. If you want the bird to flap when you click the mouse, you can do that by attaching the flap block to the appropriate event handler. And now in your game, whenever you click the mouse, the bird will flap. In each puzzle in this activity, we'll introduce new types of events as green blocks on the workspace, and you can decide the appropriate block to add in response to those events. When you see a drop-down arrow like this, that means you can change the settings, like what sound to play when Flappy hits the ground. In the final puzzle, you'll be able to create your own game and share it with your friends. Have fun!
So now that you finished that video, let's get started. So it says, attach a block to the one-click block and then click run. Click or tap on the screen to move Flappy to the target. So either if you're using on a tablet or phone, then you would tap, but if you're using on a computer or laptop, you would click, or some laptops you would tap. So let's get started. It says one clicked. One click, do you think it should play the wing sound? Let's see. It just makes the sound that you're flapping. So maybe you should do the flap block here. I'm going to first do the first one with you, and then you're going to have to do it on your own. Let's get started. Great! Yay! So now we're going to do this. I'm going to do this with you too. But I'm going to give you a few seconds to try and figure it out. Okay, so from now on, for the other things, when you're doing it fully on your own, it'll be a lot more time and stuff like that. But just now, we're just going to do it for a few seconds together. So now when you do random, do you really want random? So let's see what it comes with. Okay. I think maybe it will be... No, can't be sad. So let's get started. When hit the ground, I think maybe we should play a sad sound, and it should end game. And then when it has one click, you want it to flap. But also, maybe we should do it swoosh. That sounds good. Yay! So now this third one, you're going to do this on your own, and then I'm going to show you the answer. So get started. And also where it says set speed, you should set it to whatever fast you want it to move. Like when you're playing a game and move forward, that's your set speed. So now you should be ready to go. Now let me show you the answer. The answers are put in when one, and then you can make it play whatever sound you want. So this part doesn't matter what it said play when. So then when it said one click, you wanted to, when run, oh sorry, this goes here. This goes there, and this is garbage. So these are your answers, and let's see how it goes. Aw, I missed, oh here's my turn. Yay! So the fourth one, you'll do it on your own. And then this one, you want to decide what to do when it hits an obstacle. When it hits an obstacle, you want to decide what to do. Do you want it to end game? Or do you want it to flap? Or play a sound and then end game? Or set the speed, go faster? And I'll give you a few seconds, and you can read up the thing. Flappy will go through obstacles unless you write code to make him crash. Attach the block to the one-hit obstacle. Your code needs to end game when Flappy crashes into the first set of pipes. Okay? So I'll give you some time to get started. If you're done, you can fast forward. Now I'll show you the answers, and on the next one, I'll do it with you. So when run, you want to set speed to normal, but then, one click you want that, and sometimes you might want it to play a sound or not, but when it hits an obstacle, you want it to end game. And you might want it, which I like to, maybe play a sound, because maybe like a sad sound. Yay! So now let's do this fifth one together. It says, let's add a scoreboard and count points when Flappy makes it past the obstacles. Add to the when past an obstacle block, then score a point by flying Flappy through the first set of pipes. So let's see what it does right now and see what we can do to it. So when you sit through the first set of pipes, it just runs through the pipes. You can't hit the popsicle. No, that's not it. Let's see. When run, set speed to normal. When past an obstacle, you want it to score a point. Sometimes you might want it to score multiple points, but not right now. When click, you want it to flap, and you might want it to play some sound, like a wing sound. Because when you want it to score a point, when you get past an obstacle, yay! But let's do something fun. Let's see how many points it'll score if we do multiple. Watch the scoreboard. And score points, it'll add a point to the scoreboard. This is the how fast it goes. And this is when you click on the screen like this, it'll flap and it'll play the sound. The computer reads everything in order. Like if you wanted to score this many points, it'll read 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever it is. Let's start. Yay! Did you see I got 4? So now the sixth one says, see if you can score a point after making Flappy flap either a small or larger amount. So, how should we do this? So if you flap a large amount of time, let's see, when past obstacle, score a point. When click, you wanted to maybe score a point? And, I guess, score? Okay, so let's do a large amount, and then let's score a point. No, it's going right through the obstacles. Or maybe we were right, yes. So now the seventh one you're going to do on your own, and then afterwards I'm going to help you out and give you the answers, okay? And if you're done, just skip ahead. So let's read it. Next, try changing the scene by attaching another block to the when run block. Let's get started. So now, let's get started by next try changing the scene by attaching another block to the when run block. Let's see, maybe change scene. There's a block that says set scene. Let's see, what should we do? Maybe city night? Let's see how it looks. Oh, so now change the scene. Aw, but we did a great job. So now it said you can set visuals anytime, but not just when the game starts. Try setting a random scene when other events happen, for example, when passing an obstacle. So now we have different blocks that can show different things. So when we have different blocks that can show different things, we can have one for when hit the ground we wanted to do something like end game. But maybe also we wanted to let's try by setting a scene. City day, but when you put it here, maybe it'll be city night. Let's see if this works. If you find out a different answer, then maybe you can skip ahead and see if that answer works. Not quite. You have to use a block you're not using yet. Maybe we have to set something like player. Maybe we could set something like a spaceship. Let's try it out. Maybe we have to do multiple blocks, like scene and player. If you want to know the answer, please skip, and then we'll show you the answer. No, but maybe we can set a scene when passing an obstacle. Let's try this way. Yay! But let's try and see what happens. So since we got the code, when you pass an obstacle, since the computer will read and change it. Yay! So now it says to mix things up when hitting an obstacle, instead of ending the game, try setting the score back to 0. It says set score. Let's see. When hitting an obstacle, set it to 0. Let's try it. But let's see something. Let's see if we can set the score to a high amount. No, we can only do 2 digits. Let's try this. So now we're almost done with our hour of code. So let's create your own Flappy Bird game. You can change all the visuals and all the rules, even the gravity. When you're done, click finish and let your friends try the game on their phones. Isn't that amazing? So maybe we can do this together, and then you can try it. If you don't want my help doing this, then you don't have to watch this part. Other than that, you're done. For one click you want it to flap. No, just flap a normal amount. Then play wing sound. When run, you want it to set speed to normal and set scene. And usually you get a bunch of different blocks when you're doing this. So I'm just going to drag out all the blocks so I can show you what all the different blocks do. It's easier for you. Okay, so these are all the different set blocks, except the set score, which we don't use here. So let's do set speed to whatever you want. Do you want a very slow speed when you run? Do you want everything to meet? Do you see that little bar on the bottom? Do you see that, how slow we're going? Now let's reset it. Let's set it to normal. Now let's run. Do you see how fast it's going? Now let's take it. Let's first do slow, very slow again. Now do you see how slow we're going? Now let's go to set speed and click on very fast. Now let's see how slow. Did you see that? Now we're going very fast. That's the speed. So I'll go with random. Now let's set scene. This allows you to set the background over there. So right now it's city day. But I like something like maybe underwater. Let's see. This is a nice thing. So then let's set the player. What do you want the player, do you see that little Flappy Bird, to be? I like a fish to go with my underwater scene. Like this. Then set ground. You want something. The ground is right on the bottom, right there. That's your ground. So you want to figure it out. For my scene, because I want to make it all underwater, I want to do an underwater ground. So let's see how it goes. I have 2 set ground blocks. That's why it's not working. Remember that you need to debug your code. Now let's reset it and run it. It's still there. Do you see that little black thing on the bottom? That's it. So now let's see what does a gap do. Do you see this bottom black part? That's the gap. If you choose a very small gap, it'll be smaller. Oh, the gap is between this thing. Do you want it small or do you want it very large? Let's see. You see that large gap? I want to do mine very random, so I'm going to do my random. Gravity is how much you can bounce. No, how much it'll pull you to the ground. Now you keep falling very easily. It's very easy to fall. When you have very low gravity, it'll be very easy to float. Watch this. Oh, not very high. That's called debugging. Let's click on very low. Like this, very low gravity. So I want to do mine random because I'm making my game random. You can really do whatever you want. One click, you want to flap it and do that. When hit the ground, I want to end my game. But you can set the score to 0 or do whatever you want, or just change the scene. When hit an obstacle, I want to end the game. When pass an obstacle, I want to score a point and then do a sound. Let's see, what sound should I do? You can do any of these sounds. You can do sad sounds and whatever you want. This is what I'm going to show you. And the sound allows you to desert to score a point, and then the game will end if you hit an obstacle. Like that. So now it's randomly set it to very slow. But the gravity is very high. It hits it, and it does it. Great! Congratulations! You've completed your 1 hour of code. Amazing! So, now you can do it all on your own. Thank you for watching Coding Kid, and